Hello, today is September 15th, 2008. This is David Marsh with eMiniTradingStrategies.com. Today was a pretty historical day in the markets. The Dow Jones closed down about 504, 505 points. One of its biggest losing days in history. I think it was the fifth or sixth biggest losing day. The S&P was down about 4.5%. Lehman Brothers is going bankrupt. Just a lot of financial crisis, a lot of economic crisis, and a lot of uncertainty. And I got a lot of emails today from, well, you, people like you who are contemplating purchasing a trading system and looking around at all your different options and trying to figure out what's the best option for you. And the question was today is, wow, how did you do today? I mean, markets are down, the markets, just shy of crashing. I mean, how did the tick trader day trading course do today? Well, to answer your question, it did good. We actually had a great day. It was a very good day. I mean, I made a couple quick trades and I was done around 9:44, 9:45 in the morning. And I wanted to show that really quick, just so you guys can see. Now we're looking at the ES, the S&P 500 E-minis, the Z contract, that's the December contract, and you can see pre-market we had a long trade and that was a big winner. And again, these indicators are plotted from my auto trade software. That's a strategy for TradeStation and also an indicator for TradeStation. The indicator allows you to plot the dots and the strategy will auto trade for you. As I've said in previous videos, you don't need the software. You'll know exactly what to do to find these exact same trades. Okay, so I'm just going to go over the first three trades here we had today. First trade here we had a short. I got filled right here at 12.1625 based on the system rules that I teach. This was the fill price right here at 16.25, and because of the volatility and because I was trading a slower tick chart like the 233, I decided to go for 3 ticks. I could have easily went for 4 or 5 ticks on this trade, but I took 3 ticks off that trade. And then, could have made a lot more than that, and it really dropped down. And one of the strategies I teach in my new manual is how to let some of your contracts off and let the other contracts ride and use a trailing stop. And it's possible you would have hit your trailing stop right there, I'm not sure, without putting one up, but I'm not going to sit here and lie and say you'd have caught this whole move. If this big up move didn't happen, you probably would have, but if you were using a trailing stop, you probably would have been stopped out somewhere around up here. But in any case, I jumped in at 16.25, excuse me, and we came down here and made our profit. And anything else we do is more of, more other strategies that I'm teaching. So I realize a lot of people want to trade more than a half hour a day or want to make more than a point a day. So next trade was right here. I got filled at 12.1575, and because of all the action and the slower tick chart, I decided I want to take a point. Usually I just grab 2 or 3 ticks, and I leave. But I knew we had a lot of action today. It was obvious. The Dow was down 300 points. There's so much chaos going on. You're going to have a lot of volatility. So I took a point off this trade, just like that, and right around 12:42 in the morning, 9:42 in the morning, I was done trading. That was it. But if you wanted to take another trade, or same thing, if you wanted to run a trailing stop, you could let a position of your contracts off, run a trailing stop, and you'd have locked in quite a lot of points. You probably would have been trailed out of this one, but this one you'd have definitely made some money on. So that's what I'm teaching, how to make a quick scalp for a point or 3 ticks and make your income. That right there to me, guys, is income. 3 ticks, 4 ticks, that's a lot of money. If you're trading 30, 40, 50 contracts, that's big cash. So that's what I do. But I also teach how to stay in trades a bit longer. And I don't do that, but I do teach how to do that. I know a lot of people do that. So let's see if we can find one more trade here. Look at that. Beautiful trade. Let's see if we can catch a short here. And here it is. Short, our fill will be right around 24 to 24.25. And it would have been filled at least at 24. See with this red, if you weren't filled right here by the end of this bar, my system rules would have canceled the trade. So we would have, if you were filled on this trade at 24, you'd have made your 3 or 4 ticks profit easily. And if you weren't filled, then you would have canceled. Okay, so depending on where everything was lined up at, and I'm not sure what was lined up at because this is the first time I'm looking at this trade. I don't have all my indicators up to tell me where the trade is, so I'm not quite sure. But it's possible you were filled at 24. If you're going in better at 24 and a quarter, then you did miss that trade. But the point is we caught these first two winners. And that's what this is all about. That's what the Tick Trader day trading course is all about. That's what I'm all about. Making some money every day. You walk outside, you take a couple apples off your apple tree. You don't try to chop the whole tree down. You come back in the house. There's a couple little bits right there, a couple little more apples right there, and that's it. If you're fortunate enough to be able to trade multiple contracts and you can let 75% of your contracts off or 50% of your contracts off and let the other ones ride, you could make yourself a lot more money. So anyhow, that's how we did today trading the Tick Trader methods. We had a really good day. So I hope that answers your questions. If you have any more questions, please email me directly. Thank you.